I'm Lizzie West from Omaha, Westside.
Westside!
Okay. Don't fall in love with poets. Don't fall in love with poets because we're empty, dark pits inside, and also we'll eat you whole for dinner. Don't fall in love with poets because when it comes to life and death, we find death more intriguing. Don't fall in love with us because poets don't just breathe regular air. You see, we breathe the words spewing out of mouths of the lovers we can't have. We cry ink from pens that write down the digested pain onto papers engorged on too many sad words. Don't fall in love with poets. But if you do, hold on tight because too loose and you'll lose her, too loose and she'll run away. Hold on lightly because too tightly will squash your creativity, and not even the slightest believability in those oh so distant deities will bring her back. If you do, don't be afraid to run away once in a while, across fields full of daisies as the sun caresses your neck, or maybe even just to walk down the road to be a child. If you do, lazy days aren't just 24 hours, they're the 24 weeks you spend watching that poet write until her fingers bleed, only to have her discuss with the world, tear the monumental piece to the ground. And then it's the 24 years after that you spend holding that poet in her sleep, not knowing if she's going to wake up and write again. If you do, that poet might push you away. She wants to be alone, can't you see that? Every day is one of those cliche movies where the girl looks out the window watching the rain fall, because rainy days and dark clouds don't mean the same thing anymore. You see, it's a day to remember all those times things went wrong. Gray tears falling from gray clouds, painting her life a monochromatic gloom that might make you realize that falling in love with a poet might not have been such a great idea after all. So I guess if anybody had to ask my opinion on this one, it would have to be don't do it. Don't do it because that poet will take your soul, your very being, turn it around and show it to you. Don't do it because when you see your soul, you might realize that you could be a poet too. Don't fall in love with a poet. Poets could be with other poets, though, be each other's writing inspiration, stay up those 24 hours, 24 weeks, 24 years. She won't squeeze too tightly, I won't hold on too lightly, and eventually, even rainy days and dark clouds will mean only one thing, that the weather's crazy, and today might be just one of those days to write some poetry.